I'm live. Let's do this again. Okay, let's see if the second time's a charm. Let's see. Da 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 da. Wait on people to join. I don't know what's going on. Why was it freezing? Come on, am I still frozen? Are we good now? Are we good? Are we good? 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 Alright, great. I don't know, today is the day for technical difficulties, it would seem, because YouTube was acting up and then TikTok started acting up, and I'm like, what's going on? Alright, so I think I'm live on both now. So TikTok is here as always. Hi Tash, welcome. And YouTube is here. So welcome if you are here. But about the freezing. Exactly. TikTok behave. Act nice and treat me good today. Alright, let me see. Let me send this out again because I had sent it out to people. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know why I'm sending it to. I can't see what I did before. Oh my God, I'm still getting used to this. There was this thing that came up and I just like checked everybody that I wanted to send it to. Can't do that anymore. So we're here. The person that said that they wanted to go live with me, I'm not seeing them on here. So I'm thinking, geez, can I share the live with 10 friends? With more than 10 friends? You're working. We have to go hire my PRO at this point. Invite another creator to co-host. Maybe I can do it from there. Quick invite. Guys, bear with me. I'm not seeing that as an option for there. Okay, I'm just going to assume that when she comes on, she can. Because, I have to scroll through all this list. I can't just like type her name. All right, I'm just going to wait until she comes on and then hopefully she will request. Anyways, sorry for the delay. And now I'm anxious because we started off. But yeah, I'm using my mixer today, which I haven't used in too long because I'm like, let's wash up and it goes faster, especially since I'm doing a yeasted Easter bun. And the yeast is going to take a bit to rise. So I'm like, let's just do everything in the one bowl because we're going for convenience. The only thing I'm not going convenience with is the fact that I'm not doing the butter type Easter bun because that one, I don't like the taste of it. So as always, if you were here at the last live, I have my recipe on a piece of paper because I have my laptop here and my phone here. So we gotta go old school. All right. Before I start doing that, I need to soak my fruits, but I didn't. So I'm just going to put it on the stove and have it cook a little bit in some water. So let me get that going. And of course, I have the bag of things that I bought this morning still in the bag. Could I have pre-measured everything? Yes, I could have. Did I? No, I did not. But would I be Kimani if I did? No, I would not. So, invite. All right. Yeah. Y'all bear with me, okay? I'm not measuring the fruits. I'm considering the fact that the recipe, I had to write my own recipe because I couldn't find one that I liked. And I'm like, I prefer to like fail on my own terms. So I created a recipe and I think it should be okay. But if it's not, then at least I'll know what to change for the next time I do this. So, it's all fine. It's all fine. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself. So I'm adding, I never showed you guys, but I have like the mixed peels. You know me talk. The fancy stuff will come in the will come in Easter bun. And I also have some raisins. So I'm just dumping it in a pot, and then I'm going to add some what's that called? Malta to it for it to like boil for a bit. I think I want more raisins because as is I have more raisins, more mixed peels than I have raisins. And even if I don't use all of it, at least I'll have it for another time. So, anyways, it's Saturday and you all decided to spend your Saturday with me. How is your Saturday going? Let's chit chat. Also, if I did say that if you want to join the live, you can. Maybe that's easier for a chit chat. So let me know if y'all are interested in that, and then I can just figure out how to add you. You missed the first step. First step is just to add the fruits and the mixed peels and the raisin in a pot. I'm going to put it on the stove for a little bit just for it to like soften. Girl, we're figuring this out as I go along. Like I wrote the recipe yesterday. I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know if it's going to need tweaking, but that's why we're figuring it out together. Yeah, I couldn't find a recipe online that I liked, and so I decided to create my own. If I wasn't doing this on live, I probably would have like soaked this from overnight. But considering the fact that that's not something that happened, we're just going to freestyle. So this can, if you're doing this at home, it can be soaked in water or wine or rum or Malta or Guinness or whatever liquid you're using. But because I need the liquids to be warm anyways, so I'm just going to use the Malta. If I can figure out, it's already open. It's only half. And Kimani has to make a mess because why wouldn't I? Anyways, so I'm just going to put it on the stove for a bit, but I'm measuring it so that I can just like take away the amount of liquid from the overall liquid. Can you add the ingredients after the live? Yeah, I'll share the recipe in another video after the live. So if anybody wants it, then they can have it. All right, for liquid, I think I have 12 ounces. So let me change the unit to ounces. See how much this is. All right, this is just 4.4. So I'm gonna just call it 4. Guys, I went on the road today to get the ingredients, and I couldn't find Malta for the sake of me. Hi Kingpin, welcome to the live. We're making Easter buns. You were at the last live, so you probably know that already. But for the sake of saying it, I'm saying it. I couldn't find Malta, and so I ended up getting a can of Guinness, which I hate the taste of, but I'm like, it's going to be fine. It has to be fine, right? And if you watched the video this morning, you saw me shaking the shit up, and you see what just happened. Oh my God. Anyways, it's okay. I'm just going to put enough to cover it. So I'm going to do about 8 ounces. Yeah, let's do 8 ounces. So it's 4 ounces of the Malta. Oh my gosh, this stinks. I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody who likes Guinness, but bro, that is not it. That is not it in the least. It's always at Walmart. Oh, you see, the thing is, I rarely shop at Walmart. So we actually went to No Frills. I'm good, Kingpin. How are you? I'm gonna put this on the stove, guys. and just put it on like medium low or something. Um, yeah, and just leave it for a bit. I'm also covering it so that it kind of cooks fish faster. Anyways, now let's move on to. I shouldn't put that in the bin. Let me put this away. Um, if you're late, I did mention that I'm using my stand mixer today because I don't want to be mixing this by hand. That's it. I'm lazy. Why is this not updating? Why do I have to hold on? I don't know. Yeah, so I'm using this beast today to make my life easier because ain't nobody got time for all of that. I'm going to mix up my dry ingredients now. So let me zero this and change the weight. And yes, I'm going to add the ingredients at the end in another post after we're done with this. If it works, if it works, I'll add the ingredients. If it doesn't work, then I'll tweak it and then add the ingredients in a new video. All right. Fair? I think that's fair. Because we don't want to spoil, which I don't think it will. And y'all are like, oh, I got this recipe from Kimmy. That's not cute. All right, so I need, this says 840 grams of flour. I'm using unbleached all-purpose, but it doesn't really matter as long as the all-purpose is fine. And that's like 7 cups. If you don't have a measure, what's this? A kitchen scale. My brain. All right, so that's 608, but I don't want to have an overflow, so let's get some of this in here. It's not showing on the YouTube, and I keep forgetting about these people. I'm sorry if you're over here. Yeah, I was asking before, what are you guys doing today? Other than spending time with me, what are you doing for your Saturday? I'll check the comments in a second. So I need 840. This is a lot of flour. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of buns. I'm saying a lot of buns like I'm doing the little. Okay, 840 on the dot, and I feel like a pro. Okay. Shani, you know Kingpin? Y'all know each other? A mistake. Oh, okay. Because I'm like, wait. Last night it was me on your live finding somebody I know, and now it's you on my live finding somebody you know. I'm like, wait, this is too coincidental. All right, so we got the flour. As I said, this looks like a lot. So I think I might be able to get 2 full buns. And if anything is left over, then I'll just add like the little small buns. But is it weird to have the small buns if you have fruits in it? I don't know. Is it weird? Is it not weird? I don't know. Okay, now I'm going to add some spices. So I'm adding cinnamon, I'm adding nutmeg. If I can find the nutmeg. Oh, I bought nutmeg this morning because I'm running low. So that's in this bag. Yeah. I think I'm going to use the cinnamon from the bag instead of using it from the container. But those need to be refilled anyways. Alright, so I'm adding 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Because can you have too much cinnamon? Hi, how's it going? It's going good. We're baking stuff for Easter. How's your Saturday going? So that's 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, and I need 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. Yeah, how's your Saturday going? What you doing today? Are you partying tonight? Do you party? No. Are you making the yes? I'm making the yeast version. But the thing is, I created the recipe last night and we're just testing it right now to see if it's good or if it needs like work. Because I hate the butter version. It just doesn't give Easter bun. I don't love it. It gives like a banana bread texture, which I don't. If I'm going to eat, why is Susan Hall on YouTube and not TikTok? How should reach over here? Take one step at a time. Thank you, mommy. That's what I'm doing. All right, 1 teaspoon. Um. Okay. So usually people say don't add your salt to your dry ingredients if you're using instant yeast. I've been baking for over 5 years. I always do it and everything is always fine. So I'm hoping that today that I'm baking live is not the day for it to prove me incompetent. Okay, we're hoping for the best. All right. So this is the salt and the nutmeg and cinnamon. I wish I was in Jamaica and I had the mixed spice, but I don't. If I did, then I'd add a teaspoon-ish of that. So I just have that. Now I'm going to get my golden whisk. And I'm just gonna mix everything together. Because as you know, the worst thing that can happen when you're eating anything at all, whether baked or cooked, is biting into it and having the taste of one thing, like mouthful of enough work. This yes, girl, I'm gonna even start it. Going to make yours tomorrow. Well, Yasmin, if mine fails, then I'll be coming for your recipe. If that's okay. But yeah, the worst thing is to bite into something and all you're tasting is one ingredient. Like you bite into a baked good and all you can get is salt or baking soda, or like you bite into a piece of meat and it's actually ginger. Like nobody likes that. So you gotta make sure to whisk in between. All right. And because I'm talking and I'm not great at multitasking, I'm going to check off the ingredients that I've already added. So flour, cinnamon, nutmeg, salt. And I can hear the pot over here boiling, so I'm gonna check it. Okay. I think this should be fine because it came to a boil, so I'm just going to let me show you guys. More showing and less talking. So it can you even see? It came to a boil, as you can probably see from the steam. So I'm just going to cover it, set it aside, so that when I'm ready to use it, it's not boiling hot. Yeah, so is that everything? Oh, the yeast. And I'm weighing that too, so and I need 14 grams of yeast, so let me zero that real quick. Okay, that's just 4, so I need a lot more. Oh, right. I swear I crack myself up sometimes. Okay, that's 13, so that wasn't a bad guess. I need 1 more gram. Let's see if I can get that. Okay, that's 14. All right, that's all the dry ingredients. And I'm not going to mix that in yet because I added the salt, and salt kind of inhibits the activation of yeast. We don't want a dense, tough bun, so I'm going to leave the yeast on top until we're about to combine everything. So what's next on the agenda? Let's check off yeast. Now let's start on the dry ingredients. Okay, on the wet ingredients. Let me get another bowl. Okay. That smells good already. What is it? Is it the spices? I don't know. It smells good. It smells good. Trying a new recipe as well. I made the baking powder one, but never really that. Yes, that was me. I made the baking powder one. I think like 4 years ago, and I hated it. And it's like very heavy on. I think I used Guinness at the time. It's very heavy on the Guinness, and I hate the taste of Guinness. So I'm like, mm-mm. We're not doing this. But I think they add the Guinness for it to like help with the rice because so much what's that called? Sugar is in the recipe from the fruits, from the like addition of actual sugar, that it kind of affects the yeast and like the rise of the yeast. And so I think that's why they add those so that like the bubbles can help to like rise the dough. I think that's it. I might be wrong and just talking crap on the internet, but I think that's the case, and so that's why that's on there. But I don't know. Anyways, I need 2 eggs for this recipe, but as we remember from the last one, if we were here, Kim only bought jumbo eggs at the supermarket, and so we're just adding one because that's okay. It has 2 yolks, and the yolk is the part that has the fat content, which is the part that makes it moist and delicious. So I think it should be fine. I might just need to add some extra liquid at the end, which I already think I will have to, considering the fact that I just boiled some of the liquid. But as I said, we're figuring it out as we go, and that's okay. That's completely okay. It has to be okay. All right, 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Am I going to measure this? No, I'm not. Let me move them closer. I'm not gonna be measuring that. Cause who measures vanilla? I don't think anybody does. And I think that's okay. I think that's completely fine. All right, this looks like about enough. I got a new bottle this morning, so it's fine if I finish this. I don't know. I'm that person who rarely measures spices. So vanilla and like cinnamon and stuff like that. Like I rarely measure them because I feel like the more the better. Other than the nutmeg. Nutmeg can be bitter if it's like too much that needs to go in the recycle. And so I tend to measure that one. Let's reuse this whisk because we hate washing with this. Boom, dishes. All right. So am I done with this? I think I'm done with this. Put that over there. Okay. What did I just add? Vanilla. I also need a teaspoon of almond extract. This one I measure because if you add too much, it has like a sting type thing to your tongue. I don't know how else to explain. Like it literally has like a high alcoholic content, and so it literally stings your tongue if like it's too much. Nobody wants that. So that I will measure, but definitely not going to be measuring like the vanilla. All right, almond extract, and I need 6 milliliters or half cup of oil. Let's zero this. Let's get the oil. What did I say? 60? Let me move this here because I feel like YouTube can't see what's going on. All right, 60 ml. 58. 60. All right, 60 ml of that. I also need 300 grams of brown sugar. And I learned from last week when we were doing what were we making? The ginger bouillon. I learned, and so I bought new sugar today because ain't nobody going to use that rock stone of a sugar. Like, no, we're not doing that. That's not cute. That's not cute at all. And so I got new sugar this morning because we like we like things to be convenient, you know? What did I say? I need 300 grams. You see, that's so much. That's like almost half of the amount of. You know what? I'm going to measure this in another container just for you guys to see the amount of sugar that goes into this. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Because that's crazy. That number sounds crazy. And you know what's the funny thing? Like, based on my research, there's always like a range. So, like, it will say 1.5 cups to 2 cups. And I decided to go with the 1.5 because I'm like, we're adding the fruits and stuff, and you don't want it to be too sweet, right? So let's see what 300 grams of sugar actually looks like. Is this? Okay, let's open up this bag more because am I impatient? I don't know if I'm impatient or I just don't like being stressed, but that was not working. That's more like it. Oh my god. Hold on. Where's my spoon? Here's my spoon. Oops. That is 300 on the dot. That's, let me hold this up and show you. Because I feel like this is 300 grams of sugar. This is what is going. Hey girl, hey, I just made it. Oh, you can request to join if you still wanna. If you don't wanna, that's fine too. Yeah, so this is 300 grams of sugar. That's mind blowing to me. This is a lot. This is so much. Okay, dumping that in. And I love how I hate to wash dishes, but I just give myself extra work by doing that. But I just had to see what 300 grams of sugar looks like because that sounds like a lot. Monique, you can just request if you can, or can I do it? Is there a way for me to? Let me tap on your name. Reply pin. No, can't. No. Okay. I don't think I can add you. I think you'd have to request to be added. All right. I hate how much sugar that was, but like, just look at how heavenly this looks. Like, just let me come close and personal. Like, just look at that. You can't tell me you wouldn't just eat it. It looks like caramel sauce. Does it not? Am I crazy? Is that what's going on? Like, doesn't it just look so great? I think it does. I don't know if you're hearing me, but like I was saying, you can request to join if you still want to. If you don't want to, that's fine too. All right, so we have our sugar down. Da, 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 da. I need browning, but I'm going to add that last because I don't know how dark this is going to be by itself. I also need some honey. So the reason why I'm mixing honey with the brown sugar is because honey adds looks great, right? It looks so good. Honey adds more moisture. If you did biology in high school, oh my gosh, I sound like a nerd. But if you did biology in high school, then you know that sugar like absorbs or attracts liquid, and so I'm hoping that this will be moist at the end of the day with the addition of this. So I'm doing 63 grams of honey, which is about 3 tablespoons. That's 45. I hate squeezing these little beer bottles. Okay, 50. Okay, that was 65. But 2 grams of sugar is fine. It's just fine. We're not worrying about that. We're not worrying about that. It's okay. It has to be okay. All right, ginger. All right, the ginger is the last thing, and then the browning, and then I think that's it. Let me get some ginger from the fridge. Oh, the front door. Da-da-da-da. Can I find the ginger? Find the ginger. Okay, so I don't have ginger powder, which is what I think you should put less sugar than I use the honey. Oh yeah, so that's the thing I did. So I would need 2 cups of sugar. I decided to do 1.5 so that I could substitute with the honey. So I did. Can you imagine if I actually used as much as is like recommended for me to do? That's crazy. That's a lot of sugar. But to be fair, it's also a lot of flour. So I'm trying not to overthink it. Anyways, I'm adding some ginger, which I'm wondering if it's smart. Because I'm gonna grate it. Because I don't have ginger powder, but I think that would give it a nice taste. I think that would be a nice addition to like the spices that are there, like to complement it, considering the fact that I don't have the mixed spice here. The, yeah, the flour and sugar ratio, it does balance out. That's the thing. And I also so the 63 grams of honey doesn't even equal to the half cup of sugar that I took out, because I also took into consideration that the fruits are sweet. So it should be okay. I think it's okay. But I like to mix in like honey with things like these because it helps to add in some moisture content. And I don't know, I like a moist bun. I don't like my bun to be choking me. And that's my hope that this one doesn't. Like, I want it to be like firm to hold together, but I also want it to be like, soft, luscious, delicious. All right, I need about a teaspoon of ginger, but of course, we're going to estimation. That seems right. And that seems right. So let's throw that in there. I think it's fine. It's going to cook out, right? I'm not going to be biting into ginger pieces, right? Crush the ginger and use it. Oh my gosh, why did I not read that before? A part of me thought, Kimoni, blend it with like the Guinness, and then see, one chunk of ginger just escaped, blend it in the what's the thing called, the Guinness, and then strain it off. But I'm like, that's a lot of work, and that's a blender for me to wash out. My laziness is going to be my demise. Anyways, it's okay. Who is this person inviting me to co-host? Oh, leave me alone. Jenny, I didn't read that until after, girl. I'm sorry. I think it's fine though. I hope it's fine. It's gonna bake out. We're hoping it's gonna bake out. All right, so now all I need to add is a little bit of browning, and I don't want the bun to be black, but I want it to have like a good brown color. Like this is pretty brown, but when I add in the flour, it's going to be a lot lighter, and I don't want it to look like bread. So I'm going to adjust. Let me use a spoon so I don't accidentally slip up. Just a little tad bit. Like, I don't know, that much? Is it? I'm afraid to tilt it because what if it spills? But like, that much? Some spilled, but I think that much it should be fine. Actually, I think I need a little bit more because like I don't want it to be brown like fruit cake, but I don't want it to not have color. Am I going to regret this second addition? I don't know. But y'all are here to find out with me. I did like a half of what I did before. Let's put this aside. Okay. I'm going to need a spatula, so I need to go get one. Okay, I'm going to clear some of these things from here that I'm done with, but I'm going to show you what we have here first before I do that. And then I need to figure out the liquid content for the... Okay, so that's the brown that I have there. So it's going to be like maybe half this shade or a little bit less. Hi, Sharika. A little more, add a little bit more. Yeah, the ginger pieces, they do like to surprise you, but like, all right, I'm gonna adjust a little bit more because I think it's going to be like maybe half the shade by the time. Let me use a spoon. I always get so nervous when I'm supposed to add browning because it can go from brown to black in like a second, and nobody wants a black bun. Okay, so that original amount that I added before, I basically doubled it at this point. So that's about half teaspoon. I'm thinking it's more like 3/4. I don't think it's a full teaspoon as yet. So, and I'm starting out with dark brown sugar, or at least that's what the label said. So I think it's fine. And then it's going to darken as it bakes because the sugar is going to caramelize. So yeah, I'm also taking... She's seen the comment. She's seen the comments late. Okay, I still think it's fine because like I didn't add too much after. See, I need to check the comments more often, but I still think it's fine because why people keep adding me to co-host? What's going on? Yeah, it's gonna turn out good. Like I love the vote of confidence. All right, let me pack away some of these things so that I can use the mixer and like combine everything. So just a little minute, just a minute. All right, got this. Don't need that. Keep that. Don't need these. 1 second. Okay. What else? What else? All right, let's take this away. And I need a spatula. Should probably get a bigger one, but I didn't. I'm done with this and this. Okay. I think that's everything for right now. Okay. So I have my dry ingredients here. I have my wet, well, most of my wet because I still need to add liquid, but most of my wet there. And I have my fruits around here, which the fruits I'm going to add to the flour. So it's pretty hot right now, but the fact that I'm going to add the rest of liquid is going to be okay. So I added, how much did I add? I added 8 ounces before, and I need, like, I low-key want to just switch out the rest of the Guinness for water. I hate the taste of Guinness. It's like, the thought of it is already hurting my head. Okay, let me taste this. See what this tastes like. Right? That might be smart. Because since I'm mixing it with the Malta, it should be fine. What the hell just came on about these nuts? Please go inside. Oh, it's fine. It's not as strong as I remember it being. Hi, Digital Diamond. I'm not sure. Hi, Raquel. Long time no see. Do you remember me? It's Dee. What? Dee? I don't know who. You gotta give me something more than Dee. Dee from where? Or different name? If not, you can send me a message after and we'll figure it out there. Okay, I think it's fine. Maybe it's the taste of the fruits added to it or whatever, but it doesn't taste as strong as I was anticipating. So I'm going to turn this on, Kimani. So if I had 8 before and I need 12 ounces, so I'm going to add 4 more ounces of this and see if it's going to cool this down. The concentration, there's something in here shaking and it's making me nervous. What's in there? Like, I can feel it. If you saw the video I made this morning, I was shaking it and I'm like, it was on the fridge at the convenience store, and so I assumed that, it's just, I'm gonna add an ice cube to this because it still feels hot. I'm like, it's just ice. Maybe it was frozen before, right? But no, stupid ice tray. No, that looks like it equals to 1 ice cube. So I'm going to add 1 more if I can get it. Yeah. But no, it's been sitting out since this morning and it's still sounding like something is in there shaking. And I don't like that because I'm very freaking paranoid. No. Oh, there's a ball in there. Can you tell I don't drink? Oh my gosh. Listen, I was so anxious. I'm like, oh my gosh, why is there something in there shaking? Did they put something in there? And I'm at the tab that you pull to like open the can. I'm like, that's still adjusted, like attached. So it's not that. I want to take out these big ass cherries. Maybe I'll put them back, but I think I need to cut them if I'm going to keep them. I think I need to, yeah. Definitely need to cut them if I'm going to keep them. So I added an ice cube, well, technically 2 ice cubes just now, but I don't want to get the liquid cold. I just want to get it cooled down because I still need it to be warm for it to activate the yeast, but I don't want it to kill the yeast. So, and I know that boiling it actually did something because the cherries aren't red anymore. They have like a brownish undertone. Yeah, like a marble inside of it. But what does that do? Hi, Marisha. Welcome to the live. Yeah, what does it do though? Like, is it to mix it? I don't know. What does it do? Why do I need to add that? Okay, and then I'm going to, because people were asking for the recipe if it turns out good. So I'm going to show you guys how to check to know if your liquid is too hot or or if it's good enough. I'm going to tell you and show you in a minute. I'm just trying to take out all these huge pieces of cherries. Yes, for it to shake well. Ah, that makes sense. I think this is the first time I'm actually having, well, I'm not having it, but like, I don't drink. I don't buy beers and stuff or stout or whatever that is. So I don't know. Like I went funny thing, I went to the convenience store, right? Because I went to No Frills to get the other ingredients, but they didn't have any Malta. And I only had a half bottle of Malta from like leftover from something else. So I'm like, oh, let me get another can of Malta, but they didn't have. So I'm like, I don't want to use the Guinness and I don't want to get like Dragon or something because I don't like those. But I figured Guinness would be easier for me to find, right? Couldn't find it at No Frills. Well, I did find it at No Frills, but they had a 4-pack. And I'm like, nobody in this place drinks Guinness. So if I buy the 4-pack, I'm only going to use one. And then what am I going to do with the other 3? So there's a convenience store nearby. So I went there this morning and I went to the guy because I walked through and I didn't see like any Guinness or the Malta, right? So I went to him and I'm like, do you guys have Malta? And he's like, oh no, we don't. So I'm like, all right, do you sell Guinness? And he's like, yeah. Look in the fridge. Then he looked at me. He's like, why do you want Guinness? And I'm like, I'm making a recipe. He's like, oh, you know, somebody else came here and wanted to make a recipe and wanted Guinness. So I'm like, oh, cool. So I thought maybe it's another like Jamaican or something because it's Easter. So maybe. He's like, are you making like an Irish drink? So I'm like, oh no, I'm making a Jamaican bun. He's like, oh, Jamaican, nice. I'm like, he just looked at me and he's like, yeah, you don't drink. I was like, sir, what do you know about me? You don't know anything about what I do in my spare time. My carrot juice with the rest, no, girl. It tastes disgusting, like I swear. Mm-mm. I hate it. Like, more if I put the dragon in the carrot juice. And even then, I'm still iffy with that, if I be honest with you. I don't know. I just hate things with like strong flavors. I think that's the problem. I think that's the problem. That has to be it. Because I don't know. Like just me tasting that a while ago, I already feel like I'm having a headache. And not like, oh, I'm getting drunk headache. Just like I hate strong flavors and strong smells. So like even like a strong cologne, I can't wear it because it will give me headaches. I guess my nose is how much nose my nose is sensitive or something to smells. I don't know. Is that weird? Am I the only one? Is there anybody else who gets triggered by smells? I know I have a niece that does. Like if something is too strong, like a cologne or whatever, it will give her a headache as well. But other than her, I don't know if it's just us. Maybe we're just a weird family. But yeah. All right. I think this is fine. I'm going to wash my hand because it's sticky. But I just chopped up the cherries because they were. I see a comment. I'm going to read it. The cherries are too big. Nobody wants to bite into a whole cherry or slice into a whole cherry. 1 second. Oh. Okay, let me see what that comment was. Red label wine is a substitute for the Guinness. That's what my auntie uses. Wait, for the bun or for the carrot juice that Shani was talking about? For which one? Because I would definitely prefer red label wine for the bun if that's what you're talking about. The bun. Oh my gosh, I wish I had known that before. But like I thought the reason why they wanted to, so maybe I could have omitted this whole thing because red label wine doesn't have that acidy, not acid, but like bubbly. It doesn't have the bubbly thing. You know what I'm talking? It doesn't like bubble up. So that's why I'm wondering like how it would be a good substitute. Anyways, enough of me talking about that crap. This is how you check to see if your liquid, when you're using the yeast, is warm enough. Because if it's not warm enough, then your yeast isn't going to activate. And if it's too hot, then it's going to kill it. So you want it just right. There's a like temperature that you need to use, but if you don't have a thermometer like I don't have right now, then you do a finger test. Ensure your hand is clean. Put your finger in. Supposed to be warm, like you're going to run a bath for like a baby. Yep. So lukewarm-ish. I think this needs to be a little bit warmer. So I'm going to put just a little bit in a bowl. Put it in the microwave for like 10 seconds. And check again. Because as I said, we want to ensure that it's warm enough. Plus the fact that I'm in Canada, the place is cold, so we have to give it as much warmth as we can without it like messing stuff up. So I'm just going to pour a little bit in this container, put it in the microwave for a little bit just so that it can heat up everything else. All right. The next thing is because I don't want all my fruits to sink to the bottom. Soon come back. Okay, girl. No problem. Yeah, because I don't want all my fruits to sink to the bottom of the bun because that's not cute. I'm going to put my fruits in my dry ingredients and just like toss it around. The flour creates like a barrier so it doesn't sink to the bottom. So I'm just like skimming it off. And if not all of it gets added, that's fine because it's all going to be combined anyways. And if some sinks to the bottom, then it's fine, but I don't want everything sinking to the bottom. Not if I can control it. And I'm also going to leave a few so that I can place it on top. Am I making a mess? If I need to. Let me get another glass bowl for the rest that I'm going to leave out since I did boil all of the things. Okay, put this aside for a second. Have you guys ever made your own Easter bun before? Even if it's like not the yeasted one? Or have you eaten homemade Easter bun before? I'm just curious. Let me know in the comment section of whichever platform you're on. If you've ever, or if you've never, but you'd want to make your own Easter bun. Yeah, tell me which of those categories you fall in. It's not a good chit chat if I'm the only one chatting. I'm just saying. So let me know. Let me know if you've ever made your own Easter bun, if you've ever had homemade Easter bun before, or if you'd want to make your own Easter bun if you've never done either. Even if it's the one with the baking powder. And then I'm just going to double check my liquid after. So I'm leaving this to, or most of this, to go on top. Yeah, I think that's fine. Leaving that to go on top of it. Okay. Let me get my liquid from here. I'm just going to add it back to this so I can test the temperature And I think I want to double check to ensure that I didn't lose any of that during the never had homemade Easter bun, but I'm going to make some in the week. Nice. Homemade ones. You've had homemade ones. Nice. Was it good? Like, is it as good as the store-bought ones? Because I've had only homemade that I've made, and it was the one that I was talking about before, the baking powder one, and I never liked it. So I'm just testing this again. It's a little warmer than I want it, but that's fine because I'm going to add it to the sugar anyways, and so it's gonna be okay. All right, so based on what that weight is, I do need 4 more ounces. Nope, 3 more ounces of liquid. And I think I'm going to use water for that because I don't want to use any more Guinness. Yep, 3 ounces. Okay, so that's 12 ounces of liquid in total. No more dry ingredients are wet, pretty loose. Yes and no, because it's oof. So did they like use less sugar for the diabetes version of the Easter one, or did they switch it out to like stevia or Splenda or one of those, or monk fruit, one of those substitute sugars? Less sugar. X less sugar. Okay, I get it. Like when I was back home, I had to make. Yep, this is cold. This definitely needs more liquid because the sugar and stuff made it cold. So I'm going to heat this up, which is the additional liquid that I just added before adding it to my dry. And then that's gonna need it. Yeah, I've had to make like fruit cake with less sugar before. It was not as good. Or like I think one time I did it with substitute sugar. It was not as good because I hate the imitation sugars. They're always like they always have a bitter aftertaste, and I don't know. Hi, Kamar. Yeah, I don't like that. So I'm just going to mix the flour mixture and the fruits so that it's coated before I add in the wet ingredients. I genuinely don't like the taste of it. Like the other day though, I I was doing a sugar-free thing and I wanted to make something. So I'm like, what can I use? And then I actually got some monk fruit, which is not bad. It's way better than stevia or Truvia or Splenda or any one of those stuff. So I guess if you're diabetic and you want to try something like that, that would be my go-to. And I think it's a 1-to-1 ratio, like substitute for sugar. So it should be okay. But I haven't like tested it out in recipes as yet, so I can't really say. But based on my research, that's what they say. Anyways, so I have. Are you gonna focus? No. I have this too bright. I have the dry ingredients here. Just putting on my bowl. And I'm using a dough hook attachment. It's not that crazy, and you can definitely do this by hand if you want to. It's just a lot more work, and I'm lazy. So, yeah. But you can definitely make those or whatever by hand because when I'm not at home and I'm making like cinnamon rolls or whatever, I do make it by hand and it's fine. It's just a lot more work. So hold on, I'm getting the water, but it's hot. So okay, no, that should be fine because this should bring the temperature of everything else back up. That was hot. Okay. Yeah, I'm good, Kim. Are you good? Oh no, so I didn't add molasses to mine, but you can. The molasses is basically just there for the color and to add a little bit of sweetness. But I don't have molasses, and so what I added instead was honey and browning. And I'm using dark brown sugar, which has higher molasses content than like a white sugar or a light brown. So that's my workaround for it. It's still not warm enough. I'm sorry, I'm so annoyed. Okay, I'm just going to heat it up. I'm going to heat up this entire bowl just for 30 seconds. If it comes out and it's too hot, I'm going to jump off a cliff. Anyways, what's up? How's your Saturday going? Ah, I can't be bothered. I'm so freaking stressed out. Anyways, while we're here, what are you guys doing for your Saturday? I keep asking and I'm not hearing. I heard chilling and I heard hanging out with me, but other than that, let me know what you're doing. Apparently, mine is being spent doing this live and throwing a hissy fit with baking ingredients. This is the last time, and whatever it is, I'm using it. Okay, let's test it. Okay, that's actually good. That's fine. So as I said, like it needs to be warm enough for it to activate the yeast, but it shouldn't be hot. So I'm going to put this, oh, that shit is so heavy. And I'm going to put it on low because I don't want, okay, this is gonna get loud. So just stand by. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. For me to mix. Why is it so hard? Hold on. Let me turn it this way. Why is it not going on? Because I was turning it up. I'm a whole joke. Oh my gosh. I'm that person who looks in the mirror and be like, wait, this is supposed to be my left hand. Why is it being my right? It's okay. I keep feeling the wrong side. All right. Let's put that in. I'm just going slowly. Okay, I think this color is perfect actually. Okay. That did not have to be that hard. I'm still feeling this side for the stupid thing and it's here. Anyways, I'm gonna pull that down. And I'm just going to scrape the sides. Sorry, I cracked myself up. I'm going to scrape the sides so I can get all the flour into the dough. Because I don't want. Maybe I should move my phone so that you guys can see what's actually going on. But yeah. Uh, Hold on, let me pull you closer. And let me adjust you a bit. There we go. Is it too bright? No, I think we're good. All right, so I just scraped the sides a little bit so that I can get the flour incorporated, and I'm just going to continue mix. I still keep searching the other side for it. Anyways, and I'm going slow because I don't want the flour to like fly everywhere. So right now it's just on stir, and then I'm going up to 2, 3, 4. Stop, down, scrape. And I deliberately made this, well, I deliberately want this to be on the tacky end, because if the dough is like if it's high in liquid, then you're going to get a smoother dough and a softer bun. And as I said, nobody wants a crusty bun. So if it's too firm by the end of us mixing, then I'm going to add some more liquid. But if it's too soft, then I'm going to add some more flour. Okay, back up. See, I'm getting the hang of it. I'm no longer working in reverse. Okay, so I think I just said I'm not working in reverse, and there I go. I think I need a little bit more flour, so let me get that. I'm just going to add just a little tad. That's maybe like 3 tablespoons. Considering how this thing is jerking, I should not be putting the flour there uncovered. Let's go back up. And... oh my gosh, nigga, you're back. Can you please not come with the bull crap today? Thank you. Oh, I got gifts. I didn't realize. Thank you, guys. I'm so distracted. But right, the color is so nice. See, it wasn't bad that I added the extra. So I guess about a tablespoon, not a tablespoon, about a teaspoon. All right, let me take this down and mix it with my hand a little bit, just to ensure that there is no. So that's what we're working with, just to ensure that there is no and the bowl feels warm, which means that the yeast is enjoying that. I need a yeah, I need a bigger spatula than the one that I had before. Let's see can get the sides. It might need just a little bit more of the flour, but I'm not quite sure as yet. Mainly because I am going to add some butter to the dough that's already needed and like work that in. And the grease content should like make it less tacky. But as I said, like I want it to be soft, and so I'm not overthinking that part too much. And that little butter trick is something that I do with almost all my doughs. So when I'm making garlic bread or cinnamon rolls or even fried dumplings, I did not miss you, but thank you for being here. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, I even if I'm making like fried dumplings or whatever, I like to add the extra butter at the end because it helps to smooth everything out and it gives extra flavor and all the fun things. So I'm just adding a little bit more flour to it because I think it needs it. Just a little bit more. Yeah, I think this is going to be fine. I'm going to put it back on the on the mixer for it to come together as a dough. Shani, I don't know if I asked you. I think you do, but I gotta ask. You said you want to make this. Do you have a mixer at home? Or like, do you have a stand mixer or a hand mixer? I don't know. I don't know if she heard that. But anyways, this should be the last mix. I think it should be okay after this. Yep. So it's pulling away from the sides, which is what I want. Okay, I'm done. Okay. It smells so heavenly. Oh my gosh, it smells good. It smells good, and I hope with all my being that it tastes as good as it smells. Even if it smells, even if it tastes half as good as it smells, I can work with that. Why am I doing that when I have the butter to add? I don't know. Okay, let's add the Z butter. Let me get a spoon so I can add that in. My hands are sticky. Okay, so I'm just going to add a couple tablespoons. You can smell it. Oh my gosh. This is about 2 tablespoons. I think I'm going to add about 4, so 2 times that. Yeah. Just going to add that much so that I can like smooth out the dough a bit, but I'm going to move the dough from the sides of the bowl so that I can get everything mixed in properly. Also, my stand mixer is way too big for this island, so it keeps pushing everything like it's vibrating, like shaking off. So That's no fun, but we're making it work. All right. Why am I using this? Just like stress out myself evidently. If you have one of these, it makes life easier. I don't know why I wasn't using it as if I don't have one of these. It's just a flexible bench scraper. Makes it so much easier to scrape on the sides, especially since the gloves aren't here in the kitchen. It's upstairs and I don't want to go get it. And I don't want to get my nails in there. So I'm using this. Yep, I'm definitely enjoying how this dough is feeling. Let me get this off a little bit. And I'm tempted to taste it, and I feel like I'm going to because it's my dough. Do with it what I must. Right? Every time I say something like that, the ad comes in my head. It's your money. Use it when you need it. What's that? What ad is that? And why is it in my head living rent free? Let me know. Okay, I think I got it for the most part. Yep, it should be okay now. Let's just mix this together one last time. And then we can leave it to rise. And we can talk a little bit. You're good. Yeah, baby. Ugh. Stop giving me bad angles. Why is this work? Stop messing with me, man. Okay, I'm just going to mix this on like a 2 from and to get like the ball to form. So that's a level 2. I'm pushing it up to 4. And that's 6. And that's 10. All right. And that is it. And that is everything. Okay. No, I gotta go wash my hand because I have to get my hand in there. So, intermission. Okay, I need to dry my hands. Alrighty. My hands are clean. I can put this away. I don't need this right now. And I'm just going to go in. I didn't take this off. Yep, it's definitely soft. That's what I want. Because when I'm 4 minutes, I'm going to have to add more flour then. So I prefer to have it soft now and then add the flour after than to, guys, I'm tempted to taste it. I'm sorry. Okay, that tastes like a bun. You are my fantasy girl. That's nice. Let me stay in your fantasies. This looks wrong But I promise you, this tastes so good and it's not too sweet. I'm eating raw flour and egg right now. But like, this is on. I'm gonna go wash my hands. And then I'm going to cover this. I'm going to grease the pan, cover it, and leave it to sit for a while. Gosh, this is so good. I'm honestly enjoying that right now. Okay, I'm feeling more confident now. After tasting the raw dough, I'm feeling a lot more confident because that was low key too good. And it already tastes like bun, like how that's crazy. It's almost like the bulla the bulla dough the other day. It tasted so much like bulla, like before even baking it, which I think is crazy. Anyways, let me get the spray bottle. And I need this thing. Okay, so plug this out because I'm done with that. I'm just going to spray this bowl for me to put the batter, the not the batter, the dough in, right? But I want to leave the dough in this to rise because it's bigger, and I think I'm going to get a good rise out of this. So I'm just spraying this so that it doesn't stick when I transfer it, but it's going to be a temporary transfer. If that makes sense, I think it makes sense. Because this dough, because it has the yeast, it needs to sit to rise for at least an hour initially. So since we're on the, oh, I never showed you guys. This is what it's looking like. Like, don't tell me that's not looking good. Don't tell me that's not looking good. All right, that shit is heavy. Hold on. Let me try and turn it out into the bowl. Okay. I think I'm going to get more than the 2 loaves that I got because I got the small like loaf pan from the supermarket, like the disposable ones. And so I think I might have to do some of the round ones. Like, is it going to be weird for me to do like the little round spice buns with this, considering the fact that it has fruits and stuff in there, or is that not weird? Is it weird? Let's have a little vote. Is it weird? Is it not weird? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Anyways, this is as much as I'm going to get out of here. I'm just going to spray back the container, and I'm not washing it because I'm putting back the same dough in there. I'm just spraying it because when it expands, it might stick, and nobody wants that. So I'm just spraying that, and like as you can see, like it's soft, but it's not tacky. It's not weird. Okay, good. So it's soft, as you can see, like it's very soft, but it's not coming off on my hands, which means that it's not tacky, which is which is exactly what I need. Anyways, I just almost wasted my last hour and a half that I took doing this. This is the dough before the rice. Um, it's coated in vegetable oil, and I'm just going to cover it with some plastic wrap and set it aside. It's kind of cold in the kitchen, so I'm going to also put like a maybe a pot with hot water next to it, just so that it's like warm and toasty where it's going to, what's wrong with me? It's warm and toasty where I'm going to put it down for the time. Alrighty. I'm going to double this. I'm going to put it to the, which side did I just do? That side. All right. So it would have been smart for me to put on the boiling water from before, natural. Somebody didn't think about that before. Anyways, so now this is, which yeast did you use? I used instant yeast. I'll show you the exact one, but I don't like using the active dry, and I'll tell you why when I come back with the yeast. Let me show you. And you can take like a picture or a screenshot or whatever, or I can send it to you after. So I'm using this. Let me turn the light down. It's hard to see. Can you see it? It's quick rise instant yeast. I missed that part and I'm taking notes. Girl, I'll send you the stuff after. You didn't have to be taking notes, but it's nice to know that you're paying attention. So I prefer this one as opposed to the other, which is active dry, because the active dry is dehydrated yeast, and so you have to revive it by putting it in the warm liquid and then having it proof. So I don't like using that one because it's a lot more work. It's an extra step. It's not more work. It's an extra step that if I have to do it, I will. But if I can ignore it, then I will. You have to do that, and that one is a little bit more like it's easier for you to mess up if you've never used yeast before, because if the temperature is off, then it's not going to proof, right? And so I like this one because you just add this one to the dry ingredients and then it's fine. That's the one you have. Nice. All right. Everything is sticky. I need to clean up. So this is the question of the century. And I need my people on YouTube here and my people on TikTok to tell me what to do. So this bad boy needs to take a nap for an hour. So I need to know, do y'all want to stay on the live and we talk for the hour? Or do you want me to end this live, come back in an hour, and then we can pick up there? That's one. After that first hour, this is a long process, guys. After that first hour of it doing like the initial rise, I'm going to have to form it, put it in the pans, which these right here, put it in the pans and then allow it to rise in the pans for an additional like 30 to 40 minutes. Then I bake for like 50-ish minutes. So it's a lot that goes in the process. So I need you guys to tell me if you want to stay and we make use of the time, or if you want me to end and then do like separate lives for different parts. Let me know. Let me know. I'm waiting on the comments. People are both places, so I'm waiting on the comments. Let me know which one makes more sense. I'm waiting. Okay, This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking to end this live here, like at this step, while I wait for the hour, and then come back when I'm doing the form and put in the pans. And then I hate making big decisions, y'all. Yeah, so I'm thinking leave now, allow this to rest for an hour, come back when I'm going to do the other step, and then we do a second live. Or the other option, which I just thought of, is to stop this now and then I'll show the other parts of the process in a video that I'll post after I've ended this live. And so y'all can follow up with that. So the live would be mainly us like making the dough, but then the rest of the process would be posted in individual videos, which means that y'all would need to follow me if you're not following me, or subscribe if you're not subscribed, so that you can see the end results. Let me know. Let me know which one. If not, I'm just going to decide on that last one. Because it's less work. Actually, it's not less work because I'll have to edit the video, but like, yeah, let me know. I mean, y'all are just here enjoying my company that much that you don't want to leave. I have people on both platforms and nobody's telling me which one sounds better. Oh, welcome back, Sharika. I'm trying to decide if I should end the live now that the dough needs to rise and come back, or if I should just like let it run and we chit chat. You're all for staying, but you need content too, girl. You can't have the best of both worlds for this one. So you gotta decide. Y'all gotta decide. Let me know. I'm gonna give you some time to deliberate and process. I also need to make dinner. So if the meat is thawed, then maybe I could just stay and do dinner while you can end it and come back after the hour. That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah. That sounds like it makes sense, right? All right, let me check my beef because I'm going to make some beef soup. So I could check to see. Finally, people are decisive. Y'all are way better than I am. Okay, so I'm going to make beef soup, but it's not with pumpkin, it's with peas because I wanted pigtail soup with peas, but then I didn't have pigtails. So I'm like, let me just make beef. So yeah, if y'all want to stay and we do that on the live, that's fine too. But if not, then let's reconvene. There's still going to be another gap in between with the next one, anyways, because it's going to need to rise in the container for that time. So yes to what, girl? So either way would be fine. Yes to what you saying? Yes to Shania. I don't even know if the beef is thawed or not. Exactly. So make soup. I don't know. I like pigtail soup. You don't know, girl. Girl. Go on YouTube. That's where I go when I don't know how to cook something. They always have it there. I don't know, but I like pigtail soup. It's what almost made me lose my life, and that's fine. So yeah, but the thing is, if I'm going to make the soup, we're going to have to add people on here because I'm not going to be here talking to myself and reading comments. So y'all need to decide now. But if we're doing that, then I'd end the YouTube live. There we go. Let's all cook together. Okay, so I'm going to end the YouTube live and I'll be back in an hour. So an hour from now is going to be, let's come back at 6:45. So I'll create a new live link on YouTube and then I'll just start that live there. So if you're on YouTube right now and you're wondering, Kimani, where are you going? If you're not on TikTok, then I'll come back to YouTube in an hour. But if you are on TikTok, then you can come join this live on TikTok and we can cook and continue the live. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a few.